It's pretty obvious to me that this dude Paolo Banchero is one of the young rising players of this league.
Now 5, now 4, up fake from the baseline, knocks it down with 0.8 of a second left. Ice cold all night, just warm enough here.
This guy, he's just been a tank, playing through illness, right? This guy. And Paolo, he's been dealing with it for a while now, the illness. And obviously, it's to the point where he had to miss tonight's game against the Hawks as I'm recording this. And obviously, this is the first time this season he's actually had to miss a game. This guy doesn't miss games.
And it was important. I've been sick, you know.
Take your time, take your time.
God, I'm sorry about that. It's just been tough, man. I've been feeling terrible. I played terrible, and I just give credit to my teammates, man. They lifted me up the whole game, and so I don't know why I'm right now.
What's crazy is the people that are hating on him for crying or, for showing passion or even emotion after a Pistons win. Oh, it's the Pistons. Why are you so emotional over this? You are the same people that are probably going to say that, oh, Paolo, or Anthony Edwards, guys like that should care about the NBA. They should care about the games they're playing. I hate the load management, right? These are the same people. They talk out of both sides of their mouth. They see a guy that's passionate and they're going to hate on them, even though they see a guy that's not passionate and hate. What do you want these athletes to do, man? Fucking hell. Oh my gosh. Like, these people are so annoying. But obviously, I think most people, most sane, good-hearted people, they see a guy like Paolo being passionate and crying tears of joy, I would guess. They see that and they're like, damn, bro. This guy, he really loves the game. He really cares about this stuff, and it's beautiful to see. It really is beautiful. And Paolo, I have to say this though, he doesn't get talked about nearly enough for a player of his caliber. I know he's in his second year, but I'll just provide you more info on how this guy not only does not get covered, but it's a crime that he doesn't get covered the way he does, man. Holy moly.
I would say Shea, AntMan. I feel like those are two of the guys that can continue to torch. JT on the other side, so he's not in my locker room because he's on the East, but JT as well, Luka, those young guys are amazing.
And you see Book, Luka, Tyrese Halliburton. There's so many guys that are inspiring the next generations of hoopers after them to become.
See Luka, Ant, Shea, guys that are like really coming into their prime, and
it's gotten to the point where this guy in his first season, his rookie season, didn't even have a single national TV game. He didn't even play in a single national TV. The last time that happened, I'm not even sure when the last time that happened, but this Redditor here says that he's the only first pick in the last 11 years to not have a single national TV game in his first season. That is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. That this guy, apparently there was one game scheduled on national TV, and it was versus the Thunder, but it was flexed for a Bulls-Nets game because Chet got hurt. And it's really crazy. It's really insane. It's not just, the fact that Paolo is not being talked about enough. It's just that, it's a small market like Orlando. They don't get talked about enough as is on the Orlando Magic. And it's really sad. And it's affected, obviously, the perception of Paolo. Finally, this guy, this was 12 days ago, by the way. After 483 days since his first game, this guy had his first national TV game against the Thunder, the same team they had scheduled last year, but didn't even get the slot. It's really stupid. And this was days before his first All-Star game as well. No TNT, no ESPN games for a Paolo Banchero that was an All-Star before. Like, this guy got picked to be an All-Star before he even got into his first national TV game. That shit is wild, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This guy is clutch. A lot of people don't know this, but he's been clutch. Okay, most go-ahead shots resulting in wins within the last 24 seconds of regulation overtime. Paolo Banchero. I did not know this as well. I didn't know this. Apparently, if you include losses into the category, Paolo's number 2 behind Curry. Interesting that Curry has lost most of his games when he's had go-ahead shots. That's interesting. I'm not going to say too much about that because, it happened. Paolo Banchero's number 2 right behind Steph Curry, tied with DeJounte Murray. Obviously, people were talking about DeJounte's game winners. Yo, how many people are out here talking about Paolo's, man? Like, obviously, the media didn't think this team would be a playoff team. I mean, look at where they're at. In the standings, win projections of ESPN, they thought this team would be a below 500 team. Right now, they're an above 500 team. I think they're 8 games above 500 right now.
Face of the NBA, next.
Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards. That guy has everything.
But who do you feel like will be the face of the NBA post that era?
In terms of American players, I think it's Tyrese Halliburton. I think it's Jason Tatum. I certainly think it's Anthony Edwards. It could be someone else.
I think this is where, you just have to give the media a lot of the blame here, man. They have been atrocious when it comes to marketing these players, man. Obviously, this is the #1 pick, so you would expect the media to pick up on the fact that this guy's having good games. This guy's having a great season. Nope, it's by the wayside. He's in his 2nd year, and look, we talk about the sophomore slump a lot of times, and it doesn't seem like it's phasing him too much. He's actually improved from his rookie season. Not just that, he's an all-star. That just says everything you need to know. He's actually been really good for this team. They've needed every ounce of him. And that, by the way, is dating back to his rookie season where he was the clear favorite for Rookie of the Year. I mean, look, people voted. They had some weird votes. Okay, I think one guy even voted for Jalen Williams for Rookie of the Year. Or was it Walker Kessler? Oh, no, it was Walker Kessler. This guy from Utah. Of course, this guy from Utah. Andy Larson. That voted from the Salt Lake Tribune. Yes, that loser voted for Walker Kessler. He even tried justifying it on Twitter. Stupid stuff, honestly. Paolo was the clear favorite for that award. And there was even people debating whether or not Jalen Williams was in the conversation. He was never in the conversation, but people just wanted to be different. People just wanted to be contrarian at the time. It was so dumb at the time. And this is what I mean. Like, it's like people don't want to talk about this guy. It's almost like you have to talk about something else when this guy comes up in a discussion. It's like, oh, Paolo Banchero. What about Franz? What about Scotty? What about Anthony Edwards? So often we have people wanting to talk about what he isn't rather than what he is. So often you have people, it's so annoying. It's hard for me to sometimes talk about this because, first off, the coverage, it's like part of it is that I'm contributing to the lack of coverage because lately I've been covering, a lot more, broad topics on my main channel. The 2nd channel, I just haven't been consistent. I'm trying to be more consistent now, but it's been annoying seeing the coverage, and it honestly just makes me sad for him, Paolo, especially because, part of me would think if he doesn't get covered the way he should be for a #1 pick, for a guy that's actually putting up numbers and winning games, he's actually impacting in winning games. For a guy like that, if he doesn't get covered properly, he might lose out on millions of dollars, hundreds of millions even, depending on how big the contract incentives become, depending on, how many All-NBAs this guy can miss, potentially. Obviously, the forward position is already a packed position when it comes to All-NBA. This guy can miss it just because the media doesn't do their due diligence and, properly cover this team, the Orlando Magic, who have been a good team. Obviously, they've, slowed down last couple of months. But look, their schedule gets easier, right? And I wouldn't be surprised they get a couple of wins. They string up a couple of wins, and all of a sudden, they're a playoff team now. They're not in the play-in picture. All right, bro, that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Leave a comment on what you want me to cover next. And as well, let me know how you like the videos, man. I've been trying to be more consistent. Hope you guys like them. Have a great one. Peace out.